speak in front of groups very often. Do you want to start?
No, go ahead, go ahead.
Officer Hines here, Captain Hines, asked me to come in and try to give you guys a speech on I've never given up and never quit. My name is Brian Foltz, 47 years old, mountain biker, and ultra endurance athlete. I came down with cancer on October of 2011, head and neck cancer. And if you look closely at the left side of my neck, I had 8 hours of surgery. They took out jugular vein. They took out my trap muscle. They took out most of my neck muscles. And I had my mouth pried open for 8 straight hours. Had a feeding tube for 6 months. And
34.
Officer Hines is going to show you some pictures of what I looked like before and what I ended up looking like when I was done. I was 225 pounds, solid muscle. I mean, you look at me now and say, how's that? But I could bench press almost 400 pounds. I could squat almost 550 pounds. I was a monster. And then I could ride a bike 100 miles, 12 hours. Went to the doctor. He gave me the words nobody ever wants to hear. He said, you got cancer, stage 4. So 20% chance of survival. So we took it, we had our surgery, we had our 38 rounds of radiation, we had our 3 massive rounds of cisplatin, which is the heaviest duty chemo drug there is. Ended up at 162 pounds, nothing but skin and bones.
All right.
Very sick. Very, very sick. Battled it for about 6 months. And I guess in about March, April, finally got my feeding tube out. Lost my taste, lost my saliva glands. You'll see in the pictures, I was cut all the way around the bottom of the neck. I was cut all the way from the back through my ear, all the way around. This was filleted wide open. And we thought we were going to die. Then we started training again. My buddy Bob, I knew him from biking, and this guy's a class act. There was just, I cannot say enough about this man, the encouragement he's given me, his support for my wife, who I love dearly. And so over the next few months, we started training, started hitting weights again a little bit, just lower body, because after taking all the muscles out, I can't lift my arm past my shoulder. And, it was just real hard. I got totally dislocated sternum. All the muscles that hold the collarbone in, attach it to your sternum, and it just popped out. First like hell, but just suck it up, and just kept biting. And I wanted to ride my bike. When you're dying from cancer, the best barometer is how fit you are. And everybody here should try to stay fit. But we didn't give up. I could have packed it all in. I could have said, yeah, I'm going to go on disability. Never have to work again. But no, I worked through all that. I worked. The whole time I worked. And when you see some of these pictures, you'll see what I endured. So, I guess over the next 3 months, I said I need a goal. And my goal was I'm going to bounce back and I'm going to do the hardest mountain bike race in the world. It's called the Leadville 100. Starts at 12,000 feet and goes up to 13,000 feet, 12,800 feet. You got about 60% oxygen up there. So you got to either qualify for that race or you got to be invited. That's how many people want to do it. Okay? Well, I called and begged and pleaded, nothing. Called, emailed, to the point they said, stop emailing. So I said, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go down there, and I'm going to go do the 50-mile race, and I'm going to get up in their butts. I'm going to volunteer. I'm going to do whatever I got to do to get into that race for 2013, and I did. I went up there 2 weeks early. I volunteered. I did everything. So I guess I beat them up enough to the point they said, Mr. Foltz, if you can complete this 50-mile race, then we'll let you in. Now, this 50-mile mountain bike race is the hardest 50-mile mountain bike race there is in the United States. It's, we started 10,500 500 feet, you go up to 12,800 feet, and you go back to 11,000, 12,000, 8,000, 12,000, 8,000, over and over and over. And I wanted this so bad, fellas and ladies. My blood counts weren't back yet, below normal. Below normal. My white blood counts weren't even at normal. White blood cells are what carries oxygen to your muscle. And I wanted it so bad that I went up and I did it. And it was tough. It was tough. 6.5 hours later, I basically crawled across the finish line. And so the nice people let me for the 100. That was in July, so I started training again, working hard. Wasn't getting any faster. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. So, go to the doctors in November, in December. Said, fellas, there's something wrong. My cancer doctor, Dr. Goldstein, my oncologist, says, no, there's not. You're not losing any weight. I'm like, how come we got cancer these days? But whether we lose weight. And he said, yeah. So I said, just like this, I said, are you telling me that I don't have cancer? And he looked at me square in the eye and he said, yeah. Great. Out the door I go. Back to training. December. Back to training. Not feeling right. Can't breathe. Something's wrong. Go back. January, I go back. What are you doing here? Something wrong. I got pains in my chest. I got pains back here in my lower back. Can't breathe. Suck air in. It hurts. And I don't know how many endurance athletes are in here. I see a lot of fit people. But, and this guy's definitely fit. But anyway, he says, you need to see your primary care physician. There's nothing wrong with you. All right, I get this off and leave. The next day, we can Dr. Tate, I said, something wrong with me. I said, I want a CT scan. And this other guy didn't give me a CT scan, Dr. Goldstein. So Dr. Tate says, I'm not, okay, thank you. He says, excuse me.
Remember, he's strong out there, easy.
I'm just like, so, thank you. Thank you very much. So, Dr. Tate says, well, Aaron, I'm not going to give you a CAT scan. So I go home that night, he gives me some chicken shit pills, excuse my language. Something for heartburn. Heartburn, right? Give me some pills for heartburn. So, I keep taking them. Threw them out. That night I get pains in my chest that literally, I'm a tough son of a bitch, fellas. I know nobody knows me, and I know you all think you're all tough. And, you know, Miss Bob thinks, you know, we all think we're badasses, but I'm telling you, bring me to my knees, you gotta about kill me. I woke up in the middle of the night and got on my knees, and I was in so much pain in my chest, I knew I wasn't having a heart attack.
This is coming from a man that races street bikes, actual bikes, broke his neck and continued racing.
So, then drove home.
He drove home, then went to the hospital.
From New Jersey, that's another story. I broke C7 in my neck from a racing in New Jersey Motorsports. Racing the GSX 1000, open race bike. And I went off at about 130.
Where are my bikers in here? Big bike?
I got the video on YouTube if you want to watch it. I had a camera on the bike. And I broke my neck, and they said if you can get your leathers off, you can go home. I said okay, so I got my leathers off. By the time I got home, I was done. It was a week and a half in shock trauma, broken neck later, broken ribs, bridge long, and fingers, missing fingers. We'll get into that later. But real quick, Dr. Tate says, he says, go home, something. Throw the pills away, get these pains, and I'll just speed it up a little bit. And very next day I go back, I said, I want a damn CT. I said, I want it now. He says, okay, this is on Wednesday. He says, we'll schedule it for Friday, Thursday I want you to see the cardiac guy, because when you mess around in the little box, we got to check. So I go to cardiac guy, blah, blah, I go to get the CT. Go there, it's like about a 5 o'clock appointment. I go in, I get the CT, and if you ever get a CT, tell them that your doctor wants a disc. They'll give you a disc. You say, this is from, my doctor wants me to get a disc, and they'll burn you a disc. You take it home, you stick it in your computer, and then you're just as smart as they are. All you gotta do is go to YouTube, and they'll tell you how to read the CTs. So, go home, I plop the disc in. I got 2 huge tumors in my left lung. Right there, right there. Right where I was complaining for the last 3 months. 3 hours later, I get a phone call from the doctor. On Friday night, the guy said I didn't have cancer. Needless to say, he's fired. I got 6 months left to live. I'm dying. But I guess my point is I never give up, and I'm not going to give up on this. You got to chase everything. You know, I mean, you guys are going to be out there. I mean, you guys are at the very beginning of your careers. Okay? People are going to remember, you know, I don't want a guy next to me that's smart. I don't want a guy next to me that's pretty. You know, I want a guy next to me that's going to run through that wall if I run through that wall. And that's never quit, never say die attitude. Okay? I don't think you can teach it. I think it's either here or you ain't got it. But, you know, I guess that's why I'm speaking. I guess everybody seems to think I'm a little high strung. But I am high strung. But you guys can never quit. You look at some of these pictures. That picture there, take a look. That picture there is probably taken 3 months before I got sick. Same with that one. And then show you what I look like after it was all said and done. Right here, last day of treatment. White as a ghost. 62 pounds later, feeding tube. So, one thing I want to leave you guys with, and 1992. Does anybody know who won the 400 meter dash? Barcelona?
Michael Johnson, sir.
Okay. All right. Guess some smart guys in here. Hey, you just screwed me all up. Thank you.
Took his mojo
Took
from
my
him.
mojo. My point is, excuse me. My point is I had, like I said, I had this all planned out, but I'm not a speaker, everyone. You know, I'm just speaking from the heart. It's probably the second time I've ever spoken in front of a group, and the first time was on Saturday. But does anybody know who Derek Redmond is? You know, Derek Redmond. Anybody that's ever watched one of the 400 meter Barcelona, Spain, he was in one of the 400 meter trials. Derek Redmond, nobody's ever going to remember who won that race, but they will remember Derek Redmond. And you ought to YouTube it. Derek Redmond was the guy that at 400 meters took off. He was favored to win, and pulled up lane with a pulled hamstring pop at 175 meters. And hit the ground, tumbled, and was just screaming in pain, you know, rolling around on the ground. His dad was at the top of Olympic Stadium, ran down, crossed the track, and grabbed his son. Helped to the finish line. That's what never quitting's about. Excuse me. And I'm not going to quit. And I'm going to wife to get me to the finish line. And you guys, starting out, you got to have that mentality. You can never quit. If you always give your 100%, you never quit, you always do the right thing. Starting out now in your careers, people will respect you. And that means more than money, than gold, than anything. respect. And man, knowing now, I would have known what I know now, you guys would have been a different life for me. But, you know, I'm just trying to tell you guys, don't ever quit. Always try. Always try, don't ever give up. And people will respect that. People will gravitate towards that. And you will be a leader. And I know that's what these guys are looking for, leaders. You know, do the right thing, don't ever quit. You know, don't ever quit on your partners, don't ever quit on your family, don't ever quit on anything. What else to say, Bob? You know, if anybody got any questions, anybody want to ask?
We're going to have
anything?
some one-on-one time. But let me ask you, as your instructor, when you PT with me, what do I tell you? When you quit, what happens?
You die.
You die. You heard it. That's reality slapping you in the face right now. All I ask as an instructor is you take this in. You listen to the words that just come from the horse's mouth. And you live like you were dying. Never, ever, ever let any regrets. Let's hear it for Officer Fulton.